Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share with you men need women, women need men. Relationships. Let's talk about men and women and in modern dating. If all you have to do is go onto social media right now, and guaranteed, if you're interested in relationships, there are so many crazy videos out there. Honestly, it's diabolical. It's crazy. It's crazy the way that social media and the current culture has turned so many men and women against each other. And I feel like this is important. I wanted to bring some healing, some love, some remembering who we really are, some love back to the internet, okay? Because it's getting crazy out here. It's interesting because we live in a time where everybody has access to the internet. Anyone can become a content creator, but who are you listening to and where are they coming from? It's all about attention right now. So if somebody says crazy things, if they're screaming into their camera, if they're rage baiting you, like most likely you might see them skyrocket in social media, but that doesn't mean they have any credibility. That doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. And that does not mean that they're coming from a place of love or health or wisdom, discernment, nothing. So be careful who you're listening to out here. But most importantly, I want you to listen to your own heart, soul. And it really depends on your level of consciousness. Where are you in your life, on your path? Which lifetime are you on? So I know that if you're in this space, I just wanted to bring some encouragement for us when it comes to relationships for both men and women. You can tailor your feed. So many times I'll even delete an app all the way and reinstall it so that I can have a clean slate, because there's spiritual warfare. So evil stuff will come your way, but don't fall into it. Don't get trapped. And as you are more in your healing path, you're going to realize like who's coming from a healthy place and who's coming from like an ignorant place. So yeah, right now they are trying to tear men and women apart. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like relationships are easy or simple. And so many of us have been hurt, and that's why you want to heal. Because if you don't heal, you're going to attract other people who are on your similar vibration, and also you are going to attract relationships that mirror what you really feel inside. So until you do the healing, you're going to keep attracting the same kind of experiences until you learn and grow and expand, which we can do apart or together in your relationship. What happened to healing? What happened to repair? What happened to facing conflict and resolving it? What happened to love? What happened to growth moving forward, right? So see, social media has us thinking that you can just swipe, like in real life too, like just keep swiping until you find your perfect match. But that's an illusion, and we'll get to that part. But I just wanted to share with you guys like some things I've realized on my own healing journey and stuff. So let's talk about it. They're trying to tear men and women apart, and they have some points out there, but let's get into it. Let's start with the women. I can relate to this as well. The first idea that's floating around society that has women and men torn apart right now is that they've convinced women that you need to be an independent woman. You need to get your bag up, focus on your career, get all the degrees, get your house, and focus on yourself. Detach. I see detachment everywhere I turn around. And there's seasons in life, and I definitely, especially as a Capricorn sun, okay, I feel you. And I know the strength of a woman, what she's capable of. And so I believe in empowerment as a woman, as a female. Follow your dreams, succeed, create a life that you love. You're capable, you're able. But at the same time, don't fall into the trap that you don't need a man, because you do, essentially. Now, you don't have to have a relationship or a man, but what's actually going to nourish your heart and soul? Your career can skyrocket. You can have a whole bunch of money, all the material things, but especially as a feminine being, what about your inside world? What about your heart space? What about your soul? And so if we go underneath that, you might feel unworthy somewhere in there of a healthy relationship. Maybe you don't think it's possible. You don't think it exists. You've never seen it before. And then you're seeing all this chaos in the world. So you might be moving from a place of fear instead of love. It is possible to have a successful career and also have a loving, healthy relationship. Okay, it's possible. You're allowed to have it all. And the world might confuse you, limit you, and have you afraid. Well, if I have a relationship, then it's going to make me become a housewife and I can't have a career too. Like, who told you that? Like, and also for the people who, for the women who maybe do want to be a housewife, or they have to maybe be secretive about it because the world has this idea that an independent woman, that's the thing right now. But everyone is different, and this is what I want you to remember. Don't limit yourself. And that's why I told you, tap into your own heart, because all of us are different. You can have a successful career and also have a supportive husband who's also successful. And success is what you decide it is for yourself. So I want you to free your mind and not be afraid of love. As a woman, we might feel like we have to choose. Either we have success or we have a happy relationship, but you can have both. Are you afraid of relationships? Do you feel like you're going to get hurt? And have you not healed from past issues? Do you feel like you have to choose? Do you feel like you'll lose yourself in a relationship? Because all of these things are fears. And instead, I want you to rise above your fears. I want you to release your fears. Healing is not just, I'm going to implant a new idea. You also have to release the previous ideas that you've held for so long. You're on autopilot. Your conscious mind is only so powerful. Then you have your subconscious mind, your habits. You're not consciously aware at every moment. So to do healing, it takes some work. And I'll share with you what you can do if you want to shift. But I wanted to make this because, yeah, the world's crazy and it's going to tell you all these ideas and they're all rooted in fear or ignorance. And so if you feel like you have to be an independent woman, why are you afraid of a relationship? And I want you to examine, to know why you make the choices you do. And don't just be like, oh, well, because like I'm focused on me, I'm doing me, she chose herself, she chose her growth. Like, okay, sounds good. And there's a time and place. But then after you have worked on yourself, I want you to open your heart to love. And that's where I am on my path. But it's been like 5-6 years of really doing the inner work and the healing on myself, renewing my mind, and then coming to realize, well, I'm worth it. Like, I'm worth being loved. I love myself. I learned how to love myself, but now I realize what I'm worthy of, which is a healthy, loving relationship and a partner to match that love that I have for myself now, right? So it's beautiful. Stop trying to avoid pain. Okay, so many times people want to detach because they're just so afraid to feel emotional pain. And I know that it'll set you free. That's why I'm not afraid of it. There's another one. Why are women and men being torn apart? What's being implanted secretly into women's heads? And also, what might be your own subconscious fears? Because these are collective traumas in the world. You might have this idea, all men cheat. Oh, all men cheat. Why should I even bother? He's going to do me wrong. He did all these other people wrong. He's going to do me wrong. You know, we see a lot of mess and chaos. Just go on Tubi. Just go on the TV, Netflix, and you're going to see all the crazy drama and stuff out there. And if you're not careful, you can let it become your own reality. Like, you might identify with it. You might think that's the only thing that's true, but it's not. Not all men cheat. Stop using your past. Stop living in the past and stop bringing your past into your present. You have to do the healing. You have to forgive. You have to release. You have to move on and release the doomsday mentality that all men are going to do you wrong. No, they're not. Okay, so it's beautiful when you can just see what's happened in your own personal life. Probably forgive your parents or your grandparents, other things you've seen, move forward. Realize that other people's decisions, that doesn't have anything to do with you. You don't have to take it personally. You don't have to recreate these situations in your own life, present day. You get to move forward once you give yourself permission to, okay? So not all men cheat. Not all men are horrible. There's so many beautiful men in this world, spiritually, emotionally, they'll care for you deeply, lead you spiritually, help you, renew you, ignite you. protect you, lead the way, divine masculine energy. And so shout out to all the men out there who are in a healthy energy, who are sharing wisdom, who are just replenishing us with love in every single way. Strong men, diligent men, the real leaders out here, and they're out here. Not all men cheat. You have to release the past hurt. Okay? So, and here's a big one too. When it comes to their men and women being torn apart, women, I wanted to make this specifically for this reason. We have this idea of relationships, and we might think that they have to be perfect. We might have these illusions of relationships, meaning that relationships are not perfect. We are not living in a perfect world. If you've noticed, there's wars, poverty, chaos, low vibrations, rage bait. We can go on and on. You're on a spiritual walk. So if you want a healthy relationship, then don't fall into the trap of relationships are meant to be perfect, because they're not. No human being is perfect on this walk. So I wanted to create this because I saw some young kid who was screaming into the camera about leave him if he's not stepping up, and leave him if he's not buying you flowers every day. And basically he was in his feelings about men. Now, he might feel like he's empowering women by screaming at them that they deserve better. Okay, maybe it works for some women depending on where you're at in your life. But ultimately, I can see that he's hurt deep inside. Okay, maybe his parents or something else. He's coming from a place of hatred towards men. But he's not the only one. He's a victim of this sick society where they're trying to tear men and women apart, and he's being rewarded for it. It's sad, but he'll face his own consequences in his own life. Regardless, his energy speaks for him, and it's just sad because it's polluting the world and our minds if you fall into these traps. That's why I wanted to make this video for you. Relationships are not meant to be perfect. Your partner is not going to be perfect, but you know that you're more mature and more conscious and more healed when you realize that you're not perfect either. So a relationship is two people who are constantly meeting each other energetically, on an energetic level. Whether you live with someone, whether you've been married, whether it's a new relationship, and you're constantly showing up for each other and relating to one another. That's what a relationship is. It's not some perfect love story from a movie. He's not going to be buying you flowers, or maybe he will, but there's so many levels. So when we talk about real love, real relationships, it involves compromise, understanding, forgiveness, friendship, kindness. That's a big one. Grace, like being mature. So I need you guys to remember this. Now, I'm not telling you to stay with someone who's treating you horribly. If you're sad, crying every day, then it's probably not the right relationship for you. So you want to work on healing your inside so that you can let it go and find something healthier for you. But the most healthy relationship for you, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy, and no one is perfect. And see, on social media, everyone's like watching each other and like so quick to criticize, so quick to judge, and belittle other people's relationships. It's like they don't have a life. Why are you watching other people's relationships? Like, it's coming from a weird place. So that's why social media there's so much toxic energy out there. Be careful, protect your mind, create energetic boundaries, and listen to your own heart. Okay, because people's egos can be inflamed and out of control. They want to judge other people's relationships so bad. It makes them feel better about themselves to put other people down. And it's so sad. It's so ridiculous. And it's making women and men become even more afraid of coming closer. So I want you to know, if you're a conscious woman watching this or a conscious man watching this, that number one, you're worthy of love. So I want you to love yourself so hard, so deep, connect with the divine so much, ask and you will receive. Love, cleanse yourself and make space for love. And then when it shows up in your life, just realize that everything's in divine order. So that person that enters your life, give them a fair chance, and then another chance, forgive and move forward. You know, love is like when you see two old people together, let's say a couple who's 85 years old, and they said they've been together for 60 years. Do you feel like they have the same mentality that we have now, which is like, well, if it doesn't work, we'll just move on to the next one, just swipe? Like, no, they worked on their relationship. And if you want to create a beautiful love story, then efforts required. You have to work on it. You have to nourish it. You have to water it. You have to take care of your relationship and not be so quick to just give up on someone, because in a sense then you're giving up on yourself, especially if you really love someone, you guys. So both people have to be willing to participate in a healthy relationship. Both of you should be giving to each other. It shouldn't just be one of you trying. But this is the mindset that I have towards relationships. Like, in my younger days, I would just avoid them completely. I would just be in a situationship. I was so terrified of love, but I didn't see it that way. So cognitive dissonance, or whatever it's called, when you're thinking like you don't want to face what's really going on. So you're telling yourself, oh, I'm just having fun. I'm just exploring. I'm just, it's not too deep, and all of these things. So we can make excuses for ourselves, and that's why I told you that. It depends where you are on your journey, but I feel like I've healed my heart to the point where now I realize, like, giving yourself a fair chance at love and not being afraid, like being vulnerable and realizing that you probably will get hurt in some way, shape, or form sometimes, emotionally, I mean, but it comes with it, because life is not some perfect fairy tale. That's why I told you love is not a fairy tale, but it's still worth it. Real love is worth the wait. Don't give away your body just freely. Don't feel like you have to be stuck in a horrible relationship. You don't. Or alone forever. Healthy relationships exist, but we're the ones that create them. So guys, the same thing for you. Any men that are watching, because it's the same thing that I shared with the women. They're trying to tear men and women apart. Women have been told to be an independent woman, and men, you guys have been told pretty much the same thing in different language, to focus on your career, that women are distractions from your goals and your path or your purpose, whatever the case might be. But I need you to realize that for men and women, a good partner is an asset, not a liability. They are going to help you on your path. Also, we're not robots. We're not without feelings. We're human beings. We're spirits having a human experience. God made love. And of course, we're meant to relate to each other. You know, you don't have to choose between having a successful career and having a partner. You do not have to choose. And this is what I want to remind men and women of. You don't. You can make it work. It's worth it. But it's worth it, the relationship, and it's possible, but you are worth it. Don't confuse yourself to think, don't have social media telling you, convincing you that you have to be alone to be successful. Really, it's rooted in fear. So a good woman's an asset to you. A good man is an asset for you. When I was doing my own healing work years ago, I wrote down a little affirmation and put it on my fridge so I would see it every day. And it said that something along the lines of, a good man is going to add so much, is going to bring so much goodness to my life. Something along those lines. Basically, you want to affirm to yourself that there's good people out there and that you're worthy to have a relationship, a connection with them. And, you know, it's sad but true. If you see those kids who, let's say they grew up and their parents are still married, they're still together, maybe they saw really healthy examples of relationships. Well, when they get into adulthood, it's not even they don't even doubt relationships. They're just a lot of times married by like 22, 25. They're on their third child, you know, and it's not about one being right or one being wrong. It's about the programming that we've seen and what we've been exposed to in this world. So, but it's possible. Like, you can have any type of life that you want. So don't limit yourself. Don't fear relationships. Don't feel like you have to choose. You can be successful and happy and married. It's up to you. So at the same time, you know, if you want to stay independent and if you don't want a relationship, that's also okay. But I want you to awaken to the fact that we are being attacked spiritually. They're trying to tear men and women apart, but we need each other. We do. Spiritually, we need each other. The feminine and the masculine, when it comes together, those traits, or men and women come together, they meld, they mold like It's perfect. They melt together. It's in perfect harmony. Now, individually, we all have masculine and feminine energy within ourselves. That's why, ladies, yes, focus on your career, your goals. Stay consistent, get a routine, all the masculine traits, build in the physical world. That's the sun energy. And then also connect to your feminine energy, the moon, the internal world, the unseen realm, your emotions, your intuition, your creativity, the nourishing parts like love and emotions, nurturing, like taking care of others, of yourself, your self-care rituals. Men and women, when you find someone who's balanced, you can just feel it in their energy. Something so beautiful because they're not so masculine or they're not too feminine. They are balanced. So we all have that. We can achieve that within ourselves. You're whole and you're complete. But when a man's embodying more of his masculine traits and a woman's embodying more of her feminine traits, and then they come together, oh my goodness, it feels so good. Women, you get to relax into your feminine energy, which is so healing to yourself, and you get to experience love. Men, you get to be taken care of. Hello, like men do so much. There's so much pressure on them these days to be successful, just like there's pressure on women to be so beautiful. And so there's just, that's the way it is in this world right now. So men, you deserve to have a good woman by your side. And it's like finding success in your business, or it's like finding gold, treasure, spiritual riches for you. When you have a good woman in your life, she's an asset. She's not replaceable. And you want to awaken to that. Don't belittle that. Don't be ashamed of that. Don't be confused by the world that's going to tell you, because they're angry and bitter about their own past, that you shouldn't want that for yourself, that you can't have it, or that's not possible, because that's a lie. Okay, you guys, so I'm an advocate for love, for healthy relationships, for the healing, okay, because I'm not naive or to the fact that it can be hard, that people have been hurt, but you have to rise above. You get to rise above. So that we can just feel like so much more joy and happiness. You know, when I think of a healthy relationship and the pros of men and women coming together, happiness has to be the biggest thing. Joy, love, that's right. Being in your feelings, having your best friend by your side at all times, cuddling, touching each other. We need this as humans, and we have forgotten, and it's important to remember in these days where we have these devices and we're so far apart. Even though we might feel connected, we have to come together physically. We have to touch each other's skin. We have to soothe each other and have that energetic exchange, which is sex, sacred energy exchange. And find someone, choose someone who's good for your soul, who feels good to you in every way, and it's gonna replenish you. You're gonna be vibrant. Love is alive. It's a frequency. You're gonna feel like overflowing with love, like that Ace of Cups card in tarot. This is why men and women need to come together. Don't be ashamed of those feelings. Like, just let your heart be free. Also, sex, okay? Sex is important to a healthy life, but you don't have to have all these partners, or like, you can find someone who you really love and then make love, right? Why do men and women need each other? Because you need a partner in this life. Companionship, friendship, someone who gets to see you deeply. Don't you want to be seen and felt deeply, understood? Someone who's there for you in a real way, not just in the physical world, but inside. So it's like having a partner in life, a companion, and God made this, you know, like all I can do is speak of this, but the divine God designed it this way. And we can see that even sexually, biologically, of those parts of the human bodies coming together perfectly. That's how you were made. That's how you got here. And so it's natural. Love is natural. And healthy relationships, they take effort, but they're worth it. So be careful. They're trying to tear men and women apart, but don't fall into the traps. Guard your mind. I want you to still believe in love, work on your own heart, and then drop me a comment, because I want to come to your wedding. Have you found the love of your life? They're out there for you, your soulmates, your twin flames, whatever it is, your crush online. Shoot your shot, talk to them, you know. Go on a date this weekend, have fun, enjoy yourselves. And I'm just sending you so much love and power and healing on your journey. Take care of yourself, you guys, and I will see you in my next video.